Hello everyone and welcome back to another build video. This video is a collab with several other simmers from the Sims streamers and YouTubers group on Facebook. The link to that will be down below in the description, as well as the links to all of the other participants' videos so that you can see their videos as well. In this collab we were supposed to decorate a house for a holiday celebration, and right now I am building the house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and I will not show decorating the entire home, just the parts that are decorated for the holidays, which is the main living area, because when you're having a holiday celebration, that's really the only places your guests go are the main areas. So the kitchen, living room, and dining area, as well as 2 small hallways, are what I decorated for the holidays. The rest of it is just basic, decorated as you would any normal house. Even though I do not show myself decorating that in the video, I do have screenshots at the end showing each of the rooms that are in the home. So we could choose any holiday that is celebrated around this time of year, and I chose Christmas because that is the winter holiday that was celebrated in my family when I was younger. So I will be putting this house on the gallery as an empty shell so that you can decorate it the way that you want to, and I'll also have this version on the gallery. You will have to click mod it, because I do use a lot of custom content decorations, but decorations only pretty much. There is one thing that you will see at the end that I did leave in that is not game, but it's not also a Christmas decoration. There is a link below in the description that will take you to a Google document that has all the custom content that I used linked to it so that you can go and download it yourself. And also, if you download this lot from Sim File Share, which that link will also be below, the Google Doc is included in that so that you can get the custom content if you are a PC user that will allow the house to look exactly as I decorated it. When I was younger, we went with very simple decorations. My mom wasn't really big on decorating a whole lot, and in fact I never had like lights hung from around my house until I was an adult and living on my own. But I did still stick with the simple white lights and classic decorations. I really didn't go really too far out with it. It's just really basic decorated, but nice, so that if you're like just having a little get together, it's not too over the top. Okay, and since I'm really not that good at voiceovers when I'm building, I am going to answer some Christmas related questions just so you get to know me a little bit better, and you can also answer any of them you wish down below in the comments and let me know a little bit more about you as well. The first one: what's the best or worst Christmas present you've ever received? And that's very tough for me because I really can't say I've received a worst present, because pretty much I always got what I asked for anyway. So it really wouldn't be bad if it's what I wanted. And best, I mean, when I was growing up, it was pretty much anything, like whatever the hottest toy was that year or something like that. But probably as an adult, and this is going to sound really strange, and my oldest sister is 9 years older than me, so she did this long before I did. But when our maternal grandmother would ask us what did she want for Christmas, she would like give her a whole list of things that she used to clean her house, things like that. And my grandma would always give it to her in a clothes basket, and pretty much bought her enough to last her the whole year of regular cleaning. And I thought it was the strangest thing when I was younger. I was like, why are you asking for that? You know, Grandma would buy you anything you wanted. And here you are asking for cleaning supplies. Why? And it wasn't until I was older, and the few years that I had left with my grandmother when I was older, I ended up asking for the same exact thing, because I was like, wait, this is stuff I don't have to buy. And I mean, I was an adult, and I was pretty much like buying myself whatever I wanted anyway. So I was like, not a bad idea. And I went with it, and I eventually started asking for the same thing and getting it. And it was the best thing, because it was like, throughout the year, instead of having to go buy these things, I already had it. So I could spend that money on other things, which was awesome when you're about 18, 19, 20 years old. But anyway, yeah, that was the best gift to me as an adult, which is strange, but kind of cool at the same time. Describe a Christmas present you wanted badly as a kid but never received. I don't know. I really can't think of anything I wanted so badly that I never got. Which I just now figured out that I really was a spoiled child. I mean, I don't know, because between my parents and both sides of grandparents, I normally got what I wanted. And if I didn't get it for Christmas, I got it the following July on my birthday. So I really don't know. I cannot think of one thing I really wanted for Christmas and did not get. That's crazy. Okay, I can't name one thing I wanted as a kid that I didn't get. Name something about Christmas that most people like but you hate. Christmas music. I hate it. I hate it. And I don't know if it's because every year we sang Christmas music in school, and then I would go to church and participate in choir, so I was singing it again. So it's kind of like, maybe I got too, was too burnt out on it, and I just started hating it. I don't know. But yeah, I hate Christmas music. Everybody else gets excited over it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And this little, I'm putting the train up right now. My maternal grandparents had a train that went around their Christmas tree, and we would spend hours at their house during family dinners just mesmerized by this train going around the tree. And I wanted to add that to this build, just as a kind of reflection of how things were when I was growing up. If you could have one type of Christmas candy this year, what would you choose? What classifies as Christmas candy? I mean, the only thing I've ever really had around Christmas time that I don't get any other time of the year is candy canes and the little coral jewel cherries. But those are the only two candies I truly associate with Christmas. And I will be getting both of them, so it really doesn't matter. What holiday movie or special do you watch over and over again? Home Alone 1 and 2, the Santa Claus movies, the animated How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I do watch Miracle on 34th Street, but I'm like the only person in my house that watches it. Everybody else hates it. And White Christmas, because that was a thing I did with my mom growing up. We always watched it every year, so it kind of just, I just keep doing it. But those are really the only movies that I watch all the time. And technically, like the Home Alones and stuff, I watch them all year anyway. What's the weirdest, ugliest Christmas decoration you've ever owned? Me own an ugly Christmas decoration. I was raised by my mom. I mean, this just doesn't apply to my world, apparently. And most of my Christmas decorations, and most of the way that I still decorate for Christmas, comes from her influence as a child, from when I was a child. So I don't know. The weirdest, I really can't think of one. And ugliest, if it was ugly, I wouldn't own it. So yeah, I don't know. These questions are too hard for me. What was Christmas like when you were growing up? When my parents were still married, we woke up on Christmas morning. We opened our presents from quote unquote Santa and from my parents. Then we went to my grandmother's house. Actually, it was this way even when my parents were divorced. It's just my dad wasn't there that morning. Then we went to my paternal grandparents' house for lunch and opened presents. And then we would go to my maternal grandparents' house, have dinner, and open presents. So it was kind of like we were gone pretty much all day. We would normally leave around 10-ish, 9 or 10-ish, and go to my paternal grandparents' house, and we probably would not get back till about 9 o'clock that night. So that's how Christmas was for me. I was raised Catholic. We went to Christmas Eve Mass. When I was younger, we went to 7 o'clock, and my grandmother went back. But as I was older, I started going to the midnight Mass as well. So that was Christmas for me. Who is the toughest person you have to buy for this Christmas? Probably my oldest daughter. She's 22. Everything she wants, of course, is way off the budget of what I would give my kids anyway. Like, I mean, she's asking for like way more than I spend on each kid for Christmas. So she's kind of tough, and even after I bought some of the lesser priced items that she wanted, I still had money left over, and I could not quite figure out what to do with it. So, okay, this part is also inspired from my younger years. We always had wreaths hanging on our windows, and I eventually take these the garlands down that I had under the windows, because I found something else that's actually an in-game item that I liked better, and I put those there instead. So, but yeah, she's probably my toughest one this time. These little things right here, my grandfather had made my mom matching wreaths and these little window garland pieces. And I ended up with them. I actually have them now, so they still go up in my windows now. So yeah, my oldest daughter is the toughest person. This Christmas, every year it rotates around. It could be several different kids. But yeah, this Christmas is her. What one thing are you most grateful for this holiday season? A, that we have all been healthy. B, that we weren't stuck in a situation because of like the pandemic shutdowns where we needed help, because I feel like us not needing help means that somebody else could get the help that really did need it. And my husband was considered an essential employee, so he worked the entire time. And so thankful for that, and the fact that we've all been healthy, that my daughter's kidney transplant from last year, a year later, is a complete success, and that she is doing fine. Share one vivid Christmas memory, good or bad. This will show you how old I am, but when I was younger, probably around 9-ish, Polaroid cameras were the thing. Now, I mean, I'm not like old, but my oldest daughter is 22, so you can at least figure out my minimum age. But my grandparents had a Polaroid camera, and I loved taking pictures with it. I would walk around and waste all of their little cartridges just taking random pictures around the house. So apparently that year they decided they were going to buy me my own Polaroid camera. and they didn't tell me that my gifts had to be opened in a certain order, that the gift from my grandmother needed to be opened before the gift from my grandfather. So I opened my gift from him, and it was Polaroid cartridges, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? I mean, and then they tried to play it off like, oh, I must have wrapped your grandma's present up by mistake and put your name on it. And I'm like, okay. And then a few presents later, I opened up a Polaroid camera from my grandmother, and I was like, okay, that makes sense now. It really does. But that one was vivid. I mean, a lot of my Christmases are vivid because I was always with family, which always made me happy. What's your favorite or least favorite Christmas song? If I have to listen to Christmas music, my favorite is Carol of the Bells. I can listen to that one, but any other Christmas song and I'm instantly flipping to something else. I'm not listening to it. If you could travel anywhere for Christmas, where would you go? Like, if this is one of those questions where you can go celebrate Christmas anywhere and take your entire family, blah blah blah, I would probably celebrate in Hawaii because, you know, I like warm, or maybe Italy because growing up I'd always heard about Italian celebrations, and I've never really experienced it, so that would be cool. But if it's just one of those things where if I could truly have the wish of where I could spend Christmas right now, it would be back home where I'm from, because we live 3.5 hours away from all of our family. So I would prefer to be back there celebrating, but because of current world situations, we can't do that. So, what's the most memorable thing that's happened to you since last Christmas? Well, considering the fact that I've pretty much just been stuck in my house since then, I guess starting this YouTube channel is the most memorable thing that's happened to me since then. My daughter's transplant was 10 days before Christmas last year, and nothing else has really happened. You know, I mean, just staying at home. What's your least favorite item on your Christmas to-do list? Probably wrap presents. I have 7 kids, so you can imagine what it's like for me wrapping presents for them and wrapping the few that I buy my husband behind his back, even though he tells me not to. Would you rather have 3 feet of snow for Christmas or no snow at all? True story, I hate snow, so I would prefer to have no snow at all. In fact, I would prefer to spend Christmas on a beach where it's warm with my toes in the sand, but that doesn't happen where I am. In fact, we are actually supposed to have snow this year on Christmas, and I'm not really looking forward to it. If someone offered you a gift card to any store you wanted, which one would you choose? Amazon, because you can get anything at Amazon, and you can have it shipped next day. So, Amazon, for sure. What's your favorite holiday? Up until a few years ago, it was Thanksgiving. And the only reason I say Thanksgiving is because when I was growing up, that was like a time when you just spent with your family. I mean, we didn't go all out as a family and celebrate like the whole pilgrims and all that stuff. We didn't celebrate that part of it. It was just a time to be with your family. There were no expectations of giving a gift or of anything, and I enjoyed that part of it. Now my favorite holiday is Mardi Gras, and that's because I finally got to experience it when I lived in Louisiana for a few years and absolutely love it. And Wish I could celebrate it again, but I have not been there since 2013. So, my least favorite holiday, who knows how much heat I'm gonna get for that, but it's Christmas. It's just, it even stressed me out when I was younger because it was like expectations, and I don't show emotions all that well. It's like my mom was always upset because I didn't like jump up and down for joy when I opened presents. Not that I didn't appreciate them or like them, it's just I didn't have that excitement. And if it wasn't for my kids now, I probably wouldn't do anything for Christmas. So there's that. What's your favorite character from our Christmas themed movie, book, or TV special? The Grinch. I love the Grinch. I'm just the Grinch. What's the best gift you've ever given someone? I don't know. I think all my gifts are good. I mean, my kids' gifts always come straight from their wish list. And so I don't know. I am decorating the outside of the house now to get the lights and the garland on the fence that I will eventually put up. That probably will not show up unless you put the attic boxes in the house and do it yourself. But that's how I got that up there. So if you were Santa Claus, what type of cookie would you want to be left out for you on Christmas Eve? Snickerdoodles, because they're my absolute favorite cookie ever. So Snickerdoodles. Name 3 words that best describe Christmas for you. Family, anxiety, and money. Definitely money, because I spend a lot of money. Describe a funny Christmas card you have given or received. I don't know. I don't give cards. And the only cards I receive are normally family, for my family, and they have their family photos on them. So, would you rather build a snowman, go sledding, have a snowball fight, or stay inside drinking hot cocoa? Well, we've established that I do not like snow at all, so the answer would definitely have to be stay inside drinking hot cocoa. I'll watch you from the window. No big deal. And the true meaning of Christmas is, I'm gonna say family. I know that there are some religions celebrate it as the birth of Christ, and that's all fine, but for me, it's just family, period. So that's just how I'm going to leave that. And okay, so what kind of holiday shopper are you? Black Friday, Christmas Eve, year-long hoarder. I am definitely not a Black Friday shopper. No, I did that one year because I really needed a computer to replace the one of mine that broke, and they were having a great deal, and I was like, I'll go get it. And no, never again. Never again will I Black Friday shop. I have been known to go to the store on Christmas Eve and shop. However, that's not what I prefer to do. In year-long hoarder, I always say, this is what I say at the beginning of every year, I'm going to buy stuff for the kids throughout the year as I find it, especially if it's on sale, and keep it put away for Christmas. I say it every year. Every year, I miserably fail at this. This year, I bought maybe a handful of gifts and had them just stored away. But the majority of my shopping was done the second week of December. And I did all of my shopping online, and I really don't recommend that either. But if you know me, I hate going inside of stores. So that's how that ended up being. describe your holiday meal. When I was growing up, for Thanksgiving, we had ham, turkey, mashed potatoes, corn, bean. I mean, we had just like a whole layout. And then again, then on Christmas, a month later, we had the same exact thing twice because it was done at both grandparents' house. And for the longest time, I grew up believing that's how we were supposed to eat. I scaled back some of our Thanksgiving menu, and for Christmas, we now eat hamburger steak with gravy, macaroni and cheese, sweet green beans, and yeah, and this year I'm fixing corn, and I am fixing myself a little bit of boxed stuffing because I sadly love that stuff. So yeah, I've changed up how we do our Christmas dinner a lot, and honestly we are much more happier with it that way than over stressing ourselves with the same meal twice within a month. So as you can tell, I decorated as if they set out some sweets for their company to eat as they were opening presents and things like that. So yeah, this is my decorated home for the holidays. This is the part that I left in when I was working on the laundry room, because as you can see, I put down the regular kitchen cabinets, and then I'm going to put the washer and dryer into the cabinet, so it's kind of like they are under it. This is a mod by Ravisheen, and she took the regular washer and dryer and fixed it to where you could do this, and that link is in the CC list as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. There are some screenshots after this. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and like my content, please hit the subscribe button. Leave me some comments down below. Be sure to check out all of the other contributions to the collab, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!